Hey yo, what's the deal, YouTube? It's YT Wake 'em Up, back at it again with another video. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hey man, this one is about how Gen Z is aging like milk.
Damn!
Gen Z looking old. You ever peep like, it be generational. It's like one generation, they look like little kids, they always get carded. People always think they're younger than they are, right? Then you got the younger people that look older than the older people. I always notice that. I'm like, she got to be about 45. Come to find out, she's 25. Damn, my bad. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We gonna get into it. We gonna have some people from Gen Z talk. We gonna have some people that's noticing the same thing we noticing. We gonna have them talk. Why y'all think people are aging so bad, man? That whole generation gonna look super old by the time they get old. And if you Gen Z watching this, did all your classmates look 47? 93? Y'all came out the womb looking 39. All right, I'm done.
Apparently, Gen Z is like aging really rapidly.
It is mainly because of the stress. Come here. We live in a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age, while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't believe me, I'm Gen Z. Get closer. I am Gen Z and nobody ever believes me. When my mom and I walk out in public, people think that my mom is my younger sister. Right. When I tell people, oh, I'm going to go hang out with my family, they think I'm talking about my children. I don't have kids, right? I'm talking about my parents. I'm still the child. Does that make sense? I'll put it to you like this. Zendaya is older than me. Tom Holland is older than me. That's, you know what I'm saying right now? There was one time I wanted an autograph from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right? I was standing for hours for this autograph. And when he walked up to me, I said, can you please sign this poster? It's for Jordan, right? He then took it and put, "Dear Jordan, your dad is a great guy. He stood out here for hours," and then gave it back to me. And before I can correct him, he looked at me and said, "Times were way more difficult back when we were kids, am I right?" And then he tapped my shoulder and left. Dwayne is 52. I am 26. What I'm saying is, so Gen Z definitely looks older. I'm not going to lie to you.
He say Dwayne is 52. Yo, The Rock thought they was in the same age bracket. He thought they grew up the same way. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I seen him on Instagram before. I really don't click on his videos. But I didn't seen him on TikTok before. I thought he was older than me. Did not think he was Gen Z. I thought he was at least a millennial. Stress got y'all looking bad. But I understand. It's real stressful out here right now. It's never been this stressful. In fact, stress is at an all-time high right now. And just what we went through in the last 4 years, you know. A lot of people's lives changed. Everything was put on hold. A lot of people passed away even. A lot of people might have lost some people for the first time even. A lot of people might have went to school for something and they realized they wasted their time. Now they gotta try to figure it out. Just out the blue, everything hit the fan and everybody had to try to figure it out. And it's been worse for Gen Z than everybody else because they're younger, if you get what I'm saying. It's bad for everybody else too, but it's real bad for them. Their generation won't get to partake in anything. And then the generations that are above them have to compare. Well, you're just lazy. Well, in my time, it was this way. It's not the same time for them. It's not the same time for nobody.
Here are my theories around why Gen Z looks so much older than millennials. Number one, I do think the food that Gen Z is eating and the food that their parents ate definitely affected them on a genetic level. And I think food is so much more processed nowadays. I think things are marketed as being healthy and they're not at all. So I think that's the biggest contributor to them looking older. Two is vaping. Millennials did not grow up with nicotine being popular. It was not cool to smoke cigarettes, but vaping is considered very cool. I feel like it's so widespread among Gen Z, and smoking definitely ages you a lot. Three is radiation. So Gen Z grew up around technology. Millennials didn't really. I mean, Gen Z, they're around for the iPhones, iPads, computers. They've been using all this stuff since they were little. And all these things emit radiation, which affects you on a cellular level. If you're getting that since you were a child, of course it's going to age you so much more rapidly. 4, plastic surgery. Now, a lot of people say that they think plastic surgery and the way people dress is a big reason of why Gen Z looks so much older. I only think this affects a portion of Gen Z. I mean, there's so many people out there that cannot afford plastic surgery at such a young age, so I don't think it's realistic to think this is the main contributor. However, I do think for those that are getting plastic surgery, I mean, kids are like getting filler at 18, which is wild. So yeah, all that stuff, it's not great to do that before you start aging. It's gonna, I don't think it makes you look younger. And it's gonna weigh your face down. So yes, I think that is a contributing factor for those that do get plastic surgery young. Last reason is I think that these young kids are trying to do anti-aging at such a young age where it just doesn't make sense. I mean, people are like 15 using retinol. It's like, that's not when you're supposed to use retinol. You're not really helping yourself at that point. Obviously, if you're into skincare, you need to do procedures and use certain products when you need them. But when you don't need them, it might be doing more damage than good to you.
Oh yeah, it's always in the food. I'm big on that. I'm big on knowing what's in the food and how it affects the people. And yeah, the food changed, right? They're eating genetically modified food. They were raised on GMO food. Their parents ate it, then they started to feed it to them. What we eat is what we become. You are what you eat. That's food for thought right there.
So the other day I posted a video talking about how Gen Z and millennials look Gen Zs look older than millennials do. And a lot of the comments in my video were talking about how I look really old. I look like I'm in my 30s, this and that, yada, yada, yada. But if you personally know me and if you've seen me in real life, every single time I get ID'd, a lot of people think I'm still in high school, this and that. The camera don't do no justice because you see me in the screen, right? And everybody's talking about how, take off the filter, take off this and that, yada, yada, yada. There is no filter, babe. Where is the filter? There is no filter. I have makeup on, yes, of course. But I still look the same with and without it. But if you see me in person, you're going to be like, holy shit, she looks very young. So I don't know what the fuck y'all are yapping about. And it's always the people who have no profile pic and look like a thumb. So, baby, you wouldn't even say that in person to me because you're too shy and have no balls.
So I keep hearing people say that Gen Z is aging badly, and I've had enough, because the only people saying that look like they're in their late 30s. This morning I saw a video of a woman who was borderline 30 say that she looks younger than Gen Z. Come here. No, you don't. You look tired. Millennials really don't think they look their age, and then they're looking around at people in their 20s and wondering why adults look like adults. What's there to be confused about? If you want people who are in their early to mid 20s to look like teenagers, just say that so we can avoid you. I'm one of the older members of Gen Z. I was born in 98. I'm 25. I think I look exactly how old I'm meant to look. I don't want to look any younger. When I was 21, 20, I looked horrible. My thing is, it's the confidence to come on the internet unprovoked and tell us that you look younger than your age when you don't is abhorrent. The only time you can flex looking really young for your age is when you're in your 40s. People in their late 20s, this is supposed to be the middle of your prime, and you're here holding on to looking like you're 21. You're 29 to 33 years old, and you're here comparing yourself to 22 to 24-year-olds. You're weird. Gen Z hasn't and isn't aging badly. Of course there'll be a couple outliers, but beyond that it's But I'm 31. I look young for my age. You look like a washed dog. I rest my case.
That boy only 25. Thought he was older than me too. So everything he said, kind of proved the point. Look kind of old, my boy. He look at least 30-something, don't he? He look like he a millennial.
Guys, why does Gen Z look so much older than their age? Okay, everyone is talking about that. Be so fucking for real. If you feel like you look older than your age, these are the questions that you need to be asking yourself. For reference, I'm 32. I don't think I look older than my age because I can say with confidence that I have the right answer to all of these questions. So question number 1, are you putting sunscreen on your face and your chest and your hands every single day? I don't care whether you work in an office. I don't care whether it is raining. Are you doing that? Yes or no? Very simple. Same thing in the summertime or when you're on vacation. Are you laying out in the sun trying to get a suntan? Question number 2, Are you also drinking water? And I mean a lot of water, 12 cups throughout the day, but especially first thing in the morning. It is very important. This is when your organs and your brain and your skin is your biggest organ, need water the most. So when you first wake up, you need to drink 2 large cups of water, ideally room temperature or a little bit warm. That is going to do absolute wonders for your skin. People also always ask me, like, what's my highlighter? What's my makeup? I have foundation on right now, and I have on a cream blush and bronzer, and that's it. I do not have highlighter on. This is because I drink a ton of water. It is so important, especially if you're noticing fine lines, any kind of premature signs of aging right here, especially. That's because you are dehydrated, and it's like the easiest fix in the entire world. Another really easy fix is, are you sleeping 8 or more hours every single night? Now, new moms, take it easy on yourself. You're fine. I'm going to be there at some point. But if you have a child who sleeps through the night, like, are you wasting time? Are you going to bed way too late, like shopping online? I don't know. You need to be getting 8+ hours of sleep. Now, if you can answer all of those questions with confidence and you're like, no, I'm doing everything right, then you can jump over to my channel and we can talk about skincare. Until then, you need to focus on yourself first. Hope it helps.
I'm jacking millennials just don't want to grow up, because saying that Gen Z is aging like milk is crazy to me. Because what y'all really need to be worrying about is why y'all 3rd and 4th graders are reading at kindergarten level. Did you not just see they upped the retirement to 70? We're working 40 hours a week and it takes 80% of our paycheck to pay for rent. We're stressed. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, our rent don't cost a sack of potatoes no more. We actually have to put in work. And before y'all even come at me, this is somebody that have their own apartment and making almost 6 figures a year. And I'm still broke. Because if y'all was up making 6 figures a year, you guys would be living lavish right now. I should be able to afford a house. And I can't. And it's not about me, oh, maybe if you save your money and da-da-da. Oh, I save. And guess where that money goes? Back on a bill. I know people that have over 2-3 degrees and they still cannot afford New York City rent. So what are we talking about here? And for y'all talking about, oh, I'm 30, 35 and I look 19, you don't. You look 35. I can see it in your hands, babes. I can see in your wrinkles, babes. I can see in your neck, babes. You're reaching. Them little compliments the waiters be giving you talking about, oh my God, you look like her sister. They're lying. Because we don't look alike, stink. And I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but worry about your own generation, gang. Because y'all kids can't even sit at a dining room table without iPads. We had crayons and coloring books. 4 cheap colored crayons that broke the moment you touched the paper, and we were happy. Your kids can't even hold a conversation. Their intellect is at a 0. Me personally, like, instead of worrying about Gen Z, I'll be worrying about why my child can't read. The help that y'all was getting, they canceled it before you can even turn 18. 21 even. We don't get that. Everything is going up but our wages. And y'all want us to work till we're 70? Y'all dumb in here. And respectfully, no shade, but to throw the whole forest, y'all look y'all age. I don't know who needs to tell y'all that, because it's not going to be the Jamaicans down the block. Y'all look y'all age. You're welcome.
Why they so uptight and mad, man? They mad that they looking old? Like I said, I get it, y'all going through it, so it's affecting the way that y'all look. But she has some solid points, but I just wanted to say that. No reason to be mad and say, nah, you don't look that age, people lying to you. Nah. My mama damn near 60, and people still think she my sister. They still think she like 25 sometimes, so. I mean, that's real. We're not telling lies around here. But, true. These new kids are internet babies. They don't know how to hold conversations. It's real awkward out in society these days. Like, she has some solid points. Y'all heard everything she said. Some of it I agree with. Like she said, y'all should be worried about why your kid not reading at a proper reading level. Like, y'all internet babies. Y'all grew up different. And I'm not dissing nobody that's Gen Z. But it is a difference. We got to go outside and play. That was fun. You don't really see that no more. I played every sport. I tried to. Outside, I'm riding scooters, skateboards. I'm trying all of that. Had a real childhood. Putting like the crackers package. Put rocks inside the crackers package and throw it up in the air. Putting playing cards in your bike and making it like it's a motorcycle. All of that. That was real fun. I think you need to go back to that. And maybe people will be a little less stressed out in general, because it's like these kids been stressed since kids. Trying to figure it out. Even in school, they got to have the latest fashion on. They got to have $1,000 shoes now. They got to have on Balenciagas. They got to have on Christian Loubs. They got to have on Versace, whatever. It's different. That's stressful within itself. You getting laughed at because your parents can't afford $1,000 shoes. I would have for sure been stressed out and laughed at. I do feel like y'all are aging worse because y'all have it bad right now. Y'all have it pretty bad for y'all generation in comparison to the others. We had it a little good growing up as kids, even through our teens, even young adulthood. It just got bad for us, really. Shit, it's been bad for y'all from the jump almost. So I understand. I'm a real understanding person. I like to see everybody's side. But y'all gotta admit, Gen Z is looking older. I did notice that. What y'all think? What y'all think? How y'all feel about this topic? If you Gen Z, how you feel about this topic? Keep it 1,000, keep it real, don't lie to yourself. If you're not Gen Z and you're another generation, what do you think when you see Gen Z? When you see people that's Gen Z, what you think about them? Do they look like they're aging like milk? Or do they look young and like normal? Like normal? Let me know, man. Drop it in the comments.